a collection.
You be quiet, you. Give me a second.
All that you wanted was some peace of mind. At the end of your days, you just need to unwind. Showing compassion is part of your plan. That is who you are. Everyone wants it and everyone tries. Some of us get it, but some of us die. Some they reach out to the stars in the sky. Some of us really fly. Too many souls get lost out at sea. Dumbfounded dreams, what we used to be. Remember your first love, remember it well. Remember well, Michelle. This is my last waltz, last chance, last time, last dance, last walk forward into the night. Sometimes I feel, you know, it's real. Love with all your heart. This is my last waltz, my last dance, my last walk with you. And I must remember the little things about you, Michelle. Oceans of happiness, oceans apart, moving in circles away from the dark. And nobody knows that light inside your eyes. But when I look at you now, what do I see? Sometimes I tell myself that I don't know. When I saw you tonight, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Hey, Tom.
Remember the time when the world
Just gonna get the cards set up.
caught in the rapids, it quenched your desire. Look at you now, racing those rapids on high. But when you look at me now, what do you see? Will you tell me your dreams, Michelle? 'Cause all that I'm knowing is you walk alone in the light. This is my last waltz, my last dance, my last walk with you. And I must remember the little things about you. About you, Michelle. The little things about you, Michelle. About you, Michelle. The little things about you, Michelle. About you, Michelle. The little things about you, Michelle. The little things.
How's it going, eh? How's it going, eh? Just gonna sit up. I see juice from the sky in there before I put my glasses on. How's it going, Tom? Hey, DKs. Freya, warrior princess, you made my day today. I have highway songs all over the place now, Freya. I swear, every highway song is lit inside me because of that post you put up earlier. How you doing, Alex? Itchy. How's Romania? Itchy. Hey, DKs. Peeps, peeps, peeps. Oh my gosh, DK says, has anybody sprout wings yet? You know what, D? I feel like random chicken wings, how they have that one little like thing. It's not even a wing sticking out. It's just a little stub of a wing. I feel like I have those things coming out of me sometimes. No joke. No joke. I wish I was joking. So strange. DK says, oh, hi y'all. I gotta drive, but I had to say hi back. All right on. Signature tune. Hello, hello. Yeah, Juice. Wow, eh? Big time. Wow. DK's. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. This is my favorite song right now. Thank you. It is. Meeps. Oh my gosh, eh? There's a serenity to it. Activations, like, boom. You know, energy flows where attention goes, and Meeps put a lot of energy, and still is. We have not full circle finished it all yet. So with something beautiful for the ears, we'll have at some point something to match with the eyes. One step at a time, right, D? But yeah, it's magical. Nicholas compared it and said, like, this is like better than the Beatles, man, in the sense of not better than, right? But just like, whoa, that magical feeling of it. It is. It's intense, and it's a lot of layers. It really is, on so many. Nicholas, actually, one of the things he said too is like, this is from the future. I was like, yeah, you get it. You do, you get it. Alex says, drive carefully and don't write messages when you're driving, Derek. Yeah, I second that. Alex is like the daddy bear in Romania, and I'm like the mama bear in Canada. Don't text and drive, D. I know. I'll text and drive if I want to, apparently. I'm going to put my glasses on. Oh, they're so dirty. I can barely see.
Clean them.
Boom. DK says, you're not my real dad, Alex. Good one. See? I said, I knew it, eh? Mama Bear from Canada and Papa Bear from Romania. We kicking D butts ass. No text and drive, little boy. I do what I want to. Oh, man. Oh, I love you, D. I hope I Can't Drive 55 comes on the radio. I can't text on Highway 55. Yeah, Juice says, has to be played at the start of streams. It's awesome. The little things. Yeah. And that's such a signature thing that I have said consistently since I start, right? Focus on the little things, one little thing at a time. It's the little things. It's the littlest things. And it's real. Well, you only need one little thing to spin everything around. Your perception, your day, your mood, your life, your breath. One little breath gets it all going, right? Ooh, Alex, it's hot. 22 Celsius right now. Tomorrow, 28. Whoa, that's nice. I could go for that. Boom. Hey, Nicholas. Speaking of Nicholas, I was talking about you. Ooh. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, eh, is that I'm like that person that I feel fully like, okay, I hope you're walking in the room as I'm talking about you. In the bestest way. Right? I think, did you? Was that what I thought it was?
Yeah. I didn't fart. I didn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
it.
Then how do you know I thought you farted? I'm teasing.
You looked at me weird.
Juice from the Sky says, happy Fry Thursday. Thank you, Juice. I really appreciate you flowing with my, it's Friday. Hey, everybody, it's Friday. Have the best Friday ever. Oh, happy Friday. I hope you get the day off early. Happy Friday. Realizes. Thanks, Priya.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Oops. Shit. I hope you have a really good end of your day at work on Thursday and all of Friday too. I think it's the Cure. I think it's their fault, Tom. Yeah, I think it's the Cure. Friday, I'm in love. So every day's Friday. Do you hear the church bells? It must be 12:02. Oh, it's 12:03. Can you hear them? I'll be quiet. Be very quiet.
They're done.
They're done? Okay, me be very quiet, but the church bells are done.
You're just quiet. Well, not all the time. You're quiet like 2% of the day.
I'm quiet 2% of the day?
Yeah.
Do.
And you're loud 98% of the day. Oh, they're back on.
Church bells be ringing. Ooh, I can feel the cool breeze on my back. I've been shushed.
What?
Okay, they're done. Hey, show me Sasquatch, 12:01 Eastern Time. How you doing? Hi, Bridget. Thank you. This is a shirt that Judy sent me, Bridget. Whoa. And the one. I'm loud. I'm the loud one here, right? I'm loud.
I'm quiet.
Please
2%
get him
of
off
the
your
day.
shoulder, Lily. Seriously. The shirt that Lily's wearing is from Judy, too. She's Judalicious.
Summer paradise. Can't answer it.
Nicholas Transcends says,
I got a ponytail. Ponytail.
if you hit me again, little pony, you're going to understand what a big stallion can do.
You're not a stallion.
Oh,
Stallion.
boy.
Do you know what a style?
I'm styling.
Do you know what a stallion is?
Probably it's a masculine horse.
Yes. It's a masculine horse.
I'm a big masculine stud stallion. Watch it, baby.
Okay.
When your own daughter looks at you and says, you're not a stallion, Mom.
Exactly.
Burn, Mom, burn. Oh, balls. Fuck balls of fire. Nicholas Transcend says, people are 5D'ing. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it, eh, Nicholas? I like it. I love it. Oh, 2 double. Oh, I wonder why. Oops. They're both upside down. Aww.
Okay.
Mary,
okay,
Mary.
Okay.
Don't be bugging. Miracles. 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is the door. Look at that. Miracles and compassion. The pink and the blue. Kuan Yin and Mary. I'm going to just catch up to the comments before I flow more of that, because that's a lot. How's your day, Bridget? Right on. Alex says, actually, it is Friday because Romanian Orthodox are celebrating Easter and everyone's free. Oh, yay. Vow of silence. Did you kind of notice that the live stream, is not available? Is that like Ixnay on the YouTube, eh? Again, eh? I don't know. Just says copyright. I think I'm going to start with Mary. Ooh, maybe I'll start with Kuan Yin because she matches my shirt. Maybe not matches perfectly, but enough. Enough. Come on. Like when the first card comes out and it's the same color as my shirt, that's got to be a lucky day somewhere. Kuan Yin, compassion. 2 and 6. 2 and 6 is 8. Kuan Yin, compassion. I know I keep saying compassion is what's needed right now to help you release perfectionism and defensiveness. The purpose of compassion is to help reduce suffering in the world. So be mindful not to judge others or yourself too harshly as you stumble through life's obstacle course. In fact, tuning into the energy of compassion and kindness almost instantly
Mr. Beast.
eradicates the stirred up energy of controlling thoughts and knee-jerk behaviors. The Chinese goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, offers a gentle nudge to ask yourself this question: what would kindness do in this situation? If you approach everything with that in mind, you will discover solutions and new paths unfolding before you. In fact, living with compassion as your guide really changes everything. Make kindness a priority and the world will be a better place. And you'll feel amazing as you see miracles light up where you least expect them. Bridget, doing good, but recently I've been triggery and freaking out a bit. Been apologizing and giving lots of love. Yeah. Dude, Wild Stallions, that's from Bill and Ted's. I never saw the third or fourth or whichever one they're on, by the way, but I did watch a couple interviews. Bridget, thanks for writing that out, because right now, especially like just people that I'm in contact with, or just a really big thing right now, and I know I've said it in other live streams, but I don't know who's there when I say certain things, but the energy is really at the end of the day right now is that proud feeling of not having exploded or not having gone into a panic attack is the reward itself for finishing a day. And I said it 2 or 3 days ago when somebody came into the stream that doesn't come all the time, and I said, if you let it out and you have the hissy fit, and no matter how ugly it got, okay, it's out now. And it's like you say, like the forgiving, the saying, because no matter what and how, because some of us are getting to the point of either the panic attack or so close to it that the whole body is in panic attack mode and then having to recenter. So it is, and it's really big and prevalent and surfacing and resurfacing. And one of the things of, someone specifically yesterday reaching out and saying like it's not stopping. But at this point, my priority is to just feel proud of what I'm doing the best I can in every situation, every day. So to have actually feeling proud that if there was a panic attack, that it takes less time to get through it, for example. So someone having a panic attack now with these energies is consciously realizing that years ago, the same trigger would have put them for so much longer. So that really big realization where you say, Bridget, like, I'm having triggers and then I'm flowing through, apologizing and just going to the best. Like, it's so important. I feel like it's just, and I was listening to Samantha and she was saying it. It's like layers and layers of all the stuff, and that the truest way to act in the moment leads to how we're going to act the next time, and it flows and is even easier and easier and easier. Because the ultimate thing of this is that other people are going to do what they do. And it's just whoa though, right? It is. Hi, David Castle. How are you? It has been the most rock and roll 24 hours on. I say rock and roll. Maybe I say rock and roll because I'm reading Tom's Wild Stallions. The Stallions is such a sync too. Like, Tom, were you here yesterday when I showed this? This is me when I was little. I know the screen is small, guys. I'm sorry. I know. This is me when I was little. And this is what Judy sent me. Of all the pictures of all the horses she could have sent me, this is what Judy sent me. This is what I received in the mail from Judy. So, you know what I mean? I'm feeling pretty like wild stallion-y, and just that the horses are coming. It's just like horse riders in the sky. Whatever's horsey right now feels good, because like You know what I mean? Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know if you guys can see the image. I'll take a screenshot of it if I remember, and I'll post it. It'll be I don't do thumbnails often for the live streams. I don't really think about it, but that, if I remember to post that, that would be cool. The imagery of that. Nicholas, yes, observation of without reaction is vital now. And I believe, Nicholas, that it's vital to pivot on a dime of forgiveness of self in the moment of reacting, even if you're in the middle of a sentence, like of everything, is if that's where you catch your breath, you just do, you know? And it's just, it is vital, but it's vital to just flow with it, even if you're in the midst of everything. It's inconceivable right now. What I'm seeing, Nicholas, is as soon as, you know, that it's too much of a cocky energy of like everything's fine, there is something, and it's not bad or mean. It's just you're part of the players of everyone. So, you know, it's a little bit like the saying back, you know, when everybody's picking on me, somebody else, they're not picking on anybody else. So right now, that's why just things are coming, so that, because we chose this to be the soul contract for that, you know, from the higher perspective. Salt baths, salt baths, salt baths, written times 3, Nicholas. I will repeat it times 3 to make sure that's amplified. Yes. For myself, I stand by salt. That's my thing. Some people don't, and that's okay. For the people who are need the salt, salt bath, salt bath, salt bath, and that is that. Bridget, ooh, that's beautiful. A visual memory comes up now that tells me why I'm freaking. I'm getting better. I like the way you write that, and I resonate with that, Bridget. Certain visual and certain things come through me as well that really, that getting better and that just faster awarenesses and stuff. Yes, Juice from the Sky. 144, and you said that at 12:12. Wild Stallions rule. Time travel films are my favorite true stories. We love you, Tom. Me too. Especially the ones that, like the Lake House. You know, it's you can be in the same time, not in the same time, but still in the communication throughout that timeline in order to sustain the timeline that comes later. I resonate with that a lot. I know I might not be eloquent of how I float it out, but me too. Big time. Big time. Get it? Time travel films are my favorite true stories. I say, yeah, big time. Yeah. Yeah. Did I say yeah? Yeah. Exactly, Nicholas. No reactivity guarantees a conscious choice. Yeah. Ray of Thoth, God bless. Is Ray here? Did I miss his comment? Ray, if you're here, I didn't see your name. I missed it. But no matter what, I'm thinking about you. Thinking about you. Speaking of thinking about you, I'm going to put Mary up and read her in a minute. Kuan Yin Compassion was the first. I'm going to read Mary in a second. Hi, Delaney Pearl Jones. Says, oh my God, I see a comment in my notifications, and when I go to reply, it's not there. How frustrating. Dude, hi, Queen G, says Delaney Pearl Jones. Yeah. I've just learned to roll with it, sweetie. I find it less and less frustrating. Why? Because it's like I've kind of learned the how to call, the way around it. So if it's in the notifications, I find a way to read it either through my YouTube studios or through my emails. And I find one of the easiest ways is to just go back to the video of the person that I commented on. So in a way, it makes me aware really of where I really want stuff to be seen. And I don't know. It's just what it is, I guess. Nicholas too, eh? Yes, Delaney, it's also occurring on my channel. Boom. Nicholas, I was watching a game show thingy last night, and guess where the contestant was from? Baker's fucking Field, California. Yup. Ooh, I would wonder what the contestant's name was, Nicholas. What kind of a sink was the name, if you remember that? Bakersfield, for sure. I was wondering who was going to be the first to say, like, Bakersfield, really? Yeah, told me it was coming, but... Whee! Dude, yes. Can you refresh me, Nicholas? I have seen Requiem for a Dream. I can't say it good. Hang on. Requiem. I can't pronounce it the perfect way, but Requiem for a Dream. I have seen it. If you can trigger my awareness of it a little bit, I need something to just go to, like, open about it. I can't connect the dots of what it is. I just have it in my awareness and I can't, you know what I mean? And that's the way this stuff. So I haven't opened my awareness of Requiem for a Dream in like years, and you're about to pop it open for me. That's how syncs flow. Requiem. If I say it fast, I'm gonna be the Princess Bride. Priest again. Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream. Trying to think of who's in it before you tell me, Nicholas. Lightwave, harmonics. How are you, sweetie? Hello, Dan. I meant Fam Bam. Oh, I'm gonna... I screenshot that, Lightwave. Hello, Dan, Fam Bam. Delaney says, they are blocking actual people wanting to communicate. I guess so, but Delaney, I don't see it as being blocked. I see it as the obstacle is the way, man. If I'm blocked from something, Delaney, do I really want to get to it? If I do, it doesn't matter if somebody's blocking me. If the whole world wants to conspire, the whole wide world wants to conspire against what I want inside of me today, okay, good luck with that, right? So what it does for me is it amplifies the knowing of where I want to focus my energies, because 3/4 of the time, the fact that there's less comments showing up puts my awareness somewhere else, somewhere else, because they're not all coming in anymore. So when my awareness goes to like, okay, I watched a video yesterday and I asked a question, I want the response, then I figure out the way to get it. Or Delaney, one of the things I find that's interesting is that, like, let's say the person that I wanted to comment to, and I have no clue if they saw, they don't even know I wrote a comment to, well, I'm going to find them in a stream, or they find me, or they come to me here, or I find them in channels or in stuff elsewhere. So because yeah, it can really piss me off, right? It can. But that's how I spin it around in, like, when we say, like, to perceive everything with a beginner mind is, how do I turn this in the best in my favor? I'm not going to go hunt down that person. This is where the stuff gets real between, I'm not just going to write a comment, I'm emailing that person. Because if I feel I'm being blocked from somebody and I want that person in my YouTube-ish reality of an exchange of communication, I'm going through any road I can. Doesn't matter. So in a way, I see it as a protective layer. Again, I spin everything around so that they are not holding me back from anything, but I'll see it as I'm being empowered with less stuff coming to me that might not be for my greater good. Some comments, Delaney Pearl Jones, don't get the reaction or the thing we expected or wanted or thought. Somebody's completely out in left field, not with the frequency we thought. So reading a comment sometimes is something that brings our frequency down, not up. Does that make sense? I don't know. I know I'm like fucking cherries and like just a little too sweet when I try to wrap shit around being positive of how do I make this make me feel good. If I can't stream because I've been whatever for a week, like what happened for me in February or March, I forget. If I can't do that, like how can I make it and turn it around and make me feel good instead of bad? Empower instead of like, So one of the things that happened to me when I couldn't stream is it made me realize that I really enjoyed it. And it made me realize that I was ready to build another platform. I knew if I wasn't just going to get my YouTube back, and if it wasn't just going to flow easy, me was going a whole other road. So it helped me inside of me when I had a week just randomly taken away and I wasn't expecting it. It really made me realize inside of myself that if this is not going to flow back, me gonna do something somewhere else. And then when I accepted that I'm just going to take the little time off and it's going to either come back or I'm going to make up something new when I realize, after a few days, boom, everything was back. I have no strikes. I've had almost zero buffering of like mega buffering ever since that ever happened to me. Like I'll have buffering happen, but I don't have, like, it's like that timeline, inside of me sustained stuff so much of me knowing I want to be up here doing this when I feel like it at all times with my being able to press on a button and not having, to think about it. And so ever since the timeline of having it taken away, that's all I've ever had is the flow easily and just everything just works and flows. I know I've gone on for a bit, but it's real. It's real. Nicholas, I agree on a certain level, it's censorship, but I look at stuff from a higher perspective of how it makes everything on one level. And if I bring it up to my highest awareness that I can right now, my highest awareness of me right now believes that everything is of source and everything is empowering, conspiring, divinely intervented for the greater good of the all to be on a collective frequency of love past this 3-4 dimensional mindset. So I really believe that all of it's happening for the best for us all. I have absolute faith in that. I do. And I am not of the timelines of censorship. What does that mean? I'm not a documenter. I'm not a witness to certain timelines. So I'm not here. My purpose on this earth right now is not about censorship. My purpose is different. So other people are here to bring down the walls and do certain things around censorship. But I am not here to bring that frequency through for us all. Like, that's not part of me, my role. If I was, and if I start to be part of that timeline, then I will play that part. But source, creator, universe, higher self me already knows. I've already proven certain things from myself of that. So I am not part of those timelines. Does that make sense? So censorship is a real collective thing. that some souls are mandate, their soul inside of them, they're dealing with the censorship stuff. I'm not dealing with that. Does that make sense? I'm here to be what I am, to have the gathering space, so that when we come to the gathering space and speak of how it feels to not be able to make a vid to comment, to make people not come out of my live stream angry, but feel more at peace, find a way to figure it out. Because ultimately, source, creator, our higher selves is going to take away things all the time, more and more, because people do not watch their words, and because people need their tests of what happens when something's taken away and all those things, the ripple effect. You know what I mean? And it is not to say that when a channel, whoever it is, all of a sudden gets taken down, that it's not censorship or it's not this or it's not that. But every individual that it happens to, they know for their timeline what they're supposed to do about it. That's where inner knowing comes in, right? If everybody gets cranked about censorship, we're not at a frequency that's sustained and helping anybody. But if the people who know they're here to focus on censorship just play their role for real, everything would be pretty smooth right now, you know, if we all just are here for our purpose. The Last Temptation of Christ. Ooh, the soundtrack. Thanks, Harmonics. I haven't listened to that. Nicholas, you are the opposite of censorship. Yeah, I am. I still will shock people, maybe even you sometimes, Nicholas, with the stuff that I'm ready to talk about, to witness, to pour forth, that there is no taboo just because a masculine speaks something feminine or feminine masculine, and, you know, all the words and all the stories that we have. One of the things I find the hardest is to stay soft, because I'm used to shocking. The shock value is a part of what I was before. The indigo warrior, you know, shock value and trigger is fast and hard. So to flow into more of a softness, you know, is part of my stuff inside of me. But the opposite of censorship for sure. So the knowing of here throughout my stream, I'll stop certain subjects and certain things because they're bringing us to a frequency that's going to bring the yuck. And it's not going to sustain us all, you know, calm, right, inside. Lightwave says, I flow and glowing and open to receiving. Yeah, I feel that as well. I just said earlier I didn't have a lot of buffering, and David Castle writes, be right back. I'm going to restart the machine. I'm getting a lot of buffering. The soundtrack is from Genesis. Huh, cool. I can't remember it. I'm going to check that out. I loved that movie. Yeah. I believe in that, Lightwave. Yeah. Me too, Genevieve. The best for all, says Harmonics. Yeah. Love you, Bridget. And that's the thing, is that we're all of different mindsets and different words and different things. So what I perceive as something that's pure for the greater good of the all might not always be. Right? And so that's a ripple effect for everybody else. And just, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Nicholas, that's very important. Saint Germain, Violet Flame, May 1st, 515. May 1st is Saint Germain's Ascension Day. Especially those that resonate and that embody certain fractals and just like things with anyone who ever, I got shivers everywhere just reading it, because I do have that, yeah. Thank you. I wasn't aware of that. Or I forgot, you know what I mean? I was aware of it. I forgot. Because now all these other stuff is like coming in. I adore the violet flame. I as well. And I'm one of those that I never understood or had the words. I always called it, I work with purple. I am of purple. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember what age I was when I realized of indigo, right? Of indigo souls and signatures and such things. But I was well into my 30s. I never found any of that when I was young. I just was an indigo. Right? Everything's purple and blue for me, and my magic that I didn't know the words for, and I still don't use the words. I just do my stuff. You know, I just do my stuff. And a lot of me, Nicholas, because I've always worked with the flame and the power of certain things within my third eye, that, you know, when I did try to talk to people about it, people just didn't understand what I was talking about, or, you know, just there wasn't the interaction. So what I naturally just did all my life and then came into awareness in like my 40s and 30s a little bit, but nobody was talking about it the way that I actually, even now, I don't find people who talk about it the way I am or do it, because everybody wants to show and say how they do it and then assume anybody could ever do that. Like, I know there's things I can learn to be stronger for myself through other people. And the way that happens, Nicholas, is when people just speak randomly and allow me to grab what flows. Or when, like, let's say you are guided to me and you free flow, whether it be an email or when we did a live stream or when you comment here. You know, like how, this is awesome. I just kind of... You know how I always will be like, forgive them for they know not what they do, but there's the polar opposite of that. Thank them for they know not what they do. We don't know everything we say and do, how it has a psh, psh, psh. So, you know, thank them for they know not what they do. Ooh, all the activations of how we learn and grow through other stuff. And comments and interactions. Light wave, I saw the violet flame surrounding the full moon as I gazed the other night. That's beautiful, harmonics. It surprised me. For me, I manifest, or the aurora manifest for me. Within the moon stuff, and I don't know how to explain that. I've never had witness to it per se, you know what I mean? It's how I see. So I always, for me, the violet flame is in tandem with the green, the emerald, always. Or not, you know, always on some level, because when I have the violet, I call the green like this, and, you know, yeah, that's beautiful, harmonics. I see in my mind's eye, and I understand what you saw. I know, I get it. It's beautiful, eh? Light wave, all the other lights didn't change, and as I looked around and I looked back, the violet was still surrounding the moon. Yeah, light wave. Everything is happening for us, not to us. Yeah. And sometimes it's okay to admit that it's hard when something's happening for us, but it doesn't feel good at the time, right? It's okay. 31. 3 and 1 is 4. Christian goddess Mary, Mother of Miracles, has come to celebrate with you today. She's here to remind you of all the amazing wonders that are everywhere in your life right now. Look around you, especially at the synchronistic events that have already taken place ever since you were born. Events and opportunities have come together to support you, guide you, show you love, present to you the world as you see it. Look closely and see the hand of the divine working on your behalf. If you so wanted to share, they were like, we definitely got a bit more later.
Yeah.
It's funny.
What happened to we're not gonna spend these all on one day? Well, not one day. Still.
I don't know. It was last week, I think. It was only. If a bag of, it costs $5 for a bag of nuts. That's like really good. Seriously, you know what I mean? Not a big deal.
Did I just say crew?
I don't know.
I just said crew. So that's true.
Here we go.
Blackie's crib.
Okay, let's get some animal energy going.
Don't go in there.
I say that and the dog's barking in the background, eh? Is Trace here? I gotta put my glasses back on if I want to see you. Oh yay, yes you are. Hi Trace B. Lightweight. The card matches the tie-dye shirt I'm wearing. Mary's you mean? Because this one is pretty damn close to me, eh? If this one matches the shirt you're wearing, the blue harmonics, even this one, right? I get it. Nicholas says, my granny sent me nuts from a company called Squirrel Nuts 1888. Squirrely nuts. Right on. Yeah, there's so much squirrel action, Eddie. It's amazing. We got like, I don't know how many at one given time. It's like 5 to 6 sometimes of like the big dudes. And they're coming so close. Like at this point, they're just not eating out of our hand to just...
I fed one from my hand.
You did already? Yeah. Do you remember which one? The one that was a...
Peanut.
Peanut?
Nut.
So yeah, Lily got...
Nut.
Whatever. Nut, peanut, peas and nuts. Peas and nuts. Peas and carrots. Yeah, so they're like the one dude was right beside me yesterday. Like they're coming so close that sometimes it's like I'm just sitting there either drawing or like looking at a vid or looking, at the clouds. And then all of a sudden, that awkward moment, Eddie, when you're in nature and you know something's staring at you. Something's staring at you. So you kind of look around and there he is, like literally on the railing just looking at me. Sometimes he's like this, right? Or sometimes I'll be looking at the clouds and then I'll look down below the deck and he's like right there hanging off the edge of the deck looking up. Like seriously. It's the best. So the bag of peanuts we got is this big. We happen to live not too far from a garden type of place, but they don't, like instead of, they get the big bags, but then we can get just a bag. So for like,
with backpacks.
so I'm going to bring a backpack. I'm going to pack up some nuts.
And I'll be on my scooter.
We're going to go for a walk and grab some nuts.
The nuts are back in town.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna rig the backpack,
Brought
and then I'm gonna be like Hansel and Gretel. I want to be Gretel. You can be Hansel. Okay? Because you have a scooter, so Hansel like matches, and I'm a G, so Gretel. Doesn't matter.
Who's Hansel? Who's Gretel?
Well, I know we never talk about those people. We're just gonna throw peanuts as we walk. So maybe.
God. You're gonna freak out some people. They're gonna hear a crunching noise on the street, and they're gonna think it's their car.
Do you think that I could get a ticket for that?
Probably. Probably in one part of the world.
I don't know. Sharing is caring. So if I go get a bag of nuts from the garden place, and then I just randomly share nuts with people's yards, do you think that would make people happy or mad? I'm in Canada. I think it would make some people happy. Except for those weirdos across the street. But that's different. That's a different story.
Yeah, the weirdos that there.
And I say that in the nicest way, weirdos across the street. Love you. Oh, God. I swear.
Are we leaving yet?
No, not yet, honey. Come on.
I don't even have my hood on. Oh, hi, dude. Nice.
Eddie says, Michelle, put the nuts in your own yard. I know.
Hi.
I will. Okay, you either in or out, though, honey. You can't just stand there with the door open like that. It's too cold, okay?
Well, I don't have shoes on.
Sweetie,
What?
just put your shoes on then. Yeah, Eddie asks where the squirrely nuts are located anyways. I'm kind of nutty eating my peanut M&Ms. Whoa, that's a sink right there in
24
itself.
At 12:44.
12:44. Lily Rose timestamp. Oh, it's Nicholas that says put your nuts in your own yard. Of course it is. Oh, Nicholas, come on. If I want to share some nuts, nobody's going to know. I know, I'm bad. I'm a sharer. I'm a sharer. I'll bring some marbles and I'll give people marbles today. Oh, road trip, yeah. I love squirrels more than any other ground critter. I can't say more, but like I'm that kind of person where like it would be lacking in my life to not be able to have squirrel energy, especially, you know what I mean? Because I'm so used to that. So, yeah. Love you, David. Have a good day. I did not get back to you, dude. I'm so like, whoa right now. Aw, Nicholas, really? My neighbor cries when my dog pees on his grass. Oh, that's a lot. That's sad. If I was your neighbor, I would be so happy, Winnie. I would be so happy Winnie was peeing. I wouldn't even care if she peed on me. I know, I'm just that weird. Let's pull the frog while we're talking about the squirrels. Hi, Founders of Light. How's it going, eh? That messes me up, Founders of Light. I just got used to your other name. The unfolding of the layers of Corey, eh? I know. You know what, though? I still remember, like, long ago and far away and, like, the end of 2018 when I found you. And when I saw Thought Soldiers written out, seriously, Corey, when I saw Thought Soldiers written out, I was like, this is it. This is it. Holy fuckballs. This is it. I found the soldiers. Oh my God. If I had my Facebook still up, you could go and validate that since 2008, me was looking for soldiers. Because that's how I used to speak on Facebook. I came into YouTube and I changed, and you already had the soldier thingy. You know what I mean? So Genevieve. and it's important. It's necessary. The flip of the names for those that are guided to, because it's part of the... It's part of everything. You know what I mean? For real. Like the way for me, Corey, my first name is Michelle, my given name. But Genevieve is my true middle name, for real. And within the timeline of just before I started making YouTube videos and having the channel and stuff, I was saying to my family and friends and people, like, to call me Genevieve or Eve. Like, I was integrating it for real in my life. One of the reasons is my being Michelle. I was like paranoid of like being in my shell. So I wanted to expand myself and come out of my shell and step into my Genevieve, the Eve, and just the other aspects of me in a way of like pulling it in with using my name. And when I started my channel, I was Eve, E-V-E. I kept it straight and simple and to the point. One of my things I was going to integrate into my stuff was Eve of Destruction, blowing your mind open with love and light. And I stepped away from Eve within, I think it was 3 to 5 days. Why? Because Eve brought forth a connotation, and what I was getting as stuff back, I already within 3 to 5 days, Corey, was not able to handle the vibration of being perceived as an Eve. Straight up Eve, me could not handle. And I'm going to say it straight up. Why? The trigger of being Eve brought forth masculine so fast that wanted already to be called Adam without even really knowing me. And it was like a bombardment of masculines who had a fractal Adam really woke inside at the time. And they were just like, boom. And it was like, I couldn't handle it. Like, seriously, I had somebody face to face because I was like, I'm going to talk to people. I never talk to people. So I was like, I'm going to talk to people. So the first person I ever just allowed of trust, because brother, sister, and all that stuff, just allowed to have a conversation. It was WhatsApp and face to face. We had one that was of synchronicity and flow, and it was amazing. And that's where I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I needed a lot of other time to learn. When a timeline's done, it's done. That one flow was all that was meant to be. But, you know, it was the beginning of my time, his time, and our time. So we kept the timeline open a little bit longer, where he was like, wee, blooming as Adam. He wanted me to call him that, and he wanted to taste me. He was already like aboard the twin flame, like boom, 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 to the point where it was like, you know, there's no buffer time of anything, like, woo. And I stepped back from that, put Genevieve, and somehow within the months that followed, started to manifest the mama bear of me, and not in a way to be imposing, but to really lay down this foundation within my field, within my channel. So meaning I resonate, and I am of all tribes, and I am of Lilith the way other feminine, but I do not pull on the Lilith to bring forth certain things, right? So the Lilith part of me is not for the all at all. And I sustained that through 2 years of kind of battling in a way, because I just want to be this part for everybody, and I'm not sharing that other part. Yet I empower all women and masculine who choose to go the Lilith and be like, whoa, look at me fucking roar and in your face and all of it. But I don't embody or share that part of me and do, like, that's not, for me, that's another part. This is what, you know, for the all. If that makes any sense. Founders of Light, I'm so glad you're going here about Lilith. I think it's so important, and I don't necessarily have like the eloquence to bring it forth always, but the downfall of two feminine, you know, Eve and Lilith being separated is a ripple effect intergenerationally for the feminine in us all. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, a feminine that knows herself knows that she's walked a path of the whore and the Madonna, and the being treated as such on both levels, depending on the package we came in. So because of what I look like throughout my life, I'm considered of a Lilith vibration. I'm expected to act of that way. I'm even told to my face, if I had a body like that, I would use it, since I was a child. Since I was too young to even understand what a body I had. So 49 years in this avatar that has fluctuated. So I've been over 200 and something pounds in this avatar. But someone who looks at me today, comes in, will not assume that I've walked the walk of being well over 200 pounds. So I've lived it all. I've lived walking down the street and being called the yucky names that people call people when they're larger than what their judgment allows. And I've walked down the street, I still do all the time, in this package, being called or looked at certain ways because now. But I know what it's like to be the other package that's being looked at the other way and perceived. So the whole full circle of 49 years where you just, it's huge. And it's not about choosing Lilith or Eve, but it's about inner knowing within feminine and masculine of, what is of us for real. Trace B, have a really nice day. Love you, G. A Willie Nelson, nice day. Willie Nelson. Trace B, have you ever listened to Luke Nelson? I know, I just bring out syncs out of the blue, but Luke is a sync for me too. Anybody got any Luke syncs? Speaking of Lilith, might as well bring in Luke. I don't know why. Luke, is there something in the Bible, Luke, that would be like somebody already has it in their syncs and awareness, but there's something with Luke. I don't know what it is. And we work through Founders of Light. And we work through those aspects individually so we can integrate. Thank you for that. Yeah. One of the things, and it's like the thing of, there's so many fractals of us that we never opened or discovered or even saw within ourselves. So, someone that, it's so big that seeing the reflections, I think we've turned and we've hit a tipping point where it's faster now within individuals where they see someone that's doing something that inside of them is their heart call. So they're gravitating towards it without the jealousy and the wanting to attack and say things of sour grapes and not, I don't have that, but more looking with and kind of realizing there's no limits to anything. And it's like that thing of, you can be 70 years old today and watch a ballerina and think, I always wanted to do that, but I never got the chance. And as a 70-year-old, masculine or feminine, I'm not even putting the line for either one, you can choose to empower yourself and go get the costume of your dreams, because everything's available now. And either you could be in a wheelchair and 70 years old and dress up in that costume and listen to music and not even be able to move to it and still embody the ballerina, the dancer in yourself. And that's where a lot of different people showing a lot of different gifts without labels and lines. So meaning all different shapes, sizes, and colors of people do a bunch of things and share and empower other people. So seeing people, small channels that just share guitar helps empower somebody who has not ever picked up a guitar to play the guitar. So how hard it is when you've never done or had any of your gifts opened, then your dormant DNA is kind of coming online and you wish you could do this, you think you could do this, you want all these things. But watching one dude in California strumming out a song, not perfectly, and that inner knowing that he was shy, he had to overcome to share that, is the empowerment thing of, boom, I'm going to go buy my guitar today. Or, boom, my guitar's in the attic. I haven't touched it in so long, but if he can do it, I can do it. Or it's not a question of if he can do it, I can do it. It's like the awakening seed of just the flow of it all. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think we've tipped the scales of a lot of stuff and that's why we just free flow channels. It doesn't matter what I say. If yesterday or 2 days ago I was meant to do a vulnerable vid or certain things, unless it has a ripple effect in my life, it stays up to empower other people. Because that one time of me just bleh, allows somebody to understand, like, mothers feel like this. It's okay to be in a ball as a mother and think, I have no clue what to do, you know? Because if nobody ever tells you that, you don't get it, that you're perfect the way you are, even in that ball, trying to figure it out. I remember looking at a mother on the beach this summer, and she had 5 kids, guys. 5. From like under 2 to under 10. 5. 5. That's 5 little frequencies happy to be at the beach. I looked at her after 10 minutes and I was like, you are so amazing. I love you for being the best mom ever. And she looks at me and she's like, I don't know why I came here. It's not fun. And I was like, yes, it is. I was like, I got his back. Go deal with that one. So she could go tell it, because it's the oldest that's supposed to help with the youngest, but the oldest took off and was doing stuff that he wasn't allowed. But it was just like, but me empowering her, because other people look at a mom with 5 kids and even the comments, she's not even out of the van and people walk by and say stuff to her that already disempowers her. So I was like her best cheerleader that day. You know what I mean? Like telling her and just exchanging and saying stuff that nobody ever says out loud, right? Some mothers never look at another mother and say like, it's okay to go nuts, mom. You know what I mean? And it's the little things that help others so much, I find. The things that we think we would never say out loud and that you just say it is somebody else's like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that. You know, it's so simple. That's why the whole journey part of everything is be authentic, be yourself. Because everything that slips out of you is going to help somebody on some level somehow. And when you let out your inner nerd, your inner goof, your inner everything just comes out, and you don't apologize all the time for saying something, and you just are who you are, then the flow just is so fast. Clear out the clutter. 28, 2 and 8. Yeah. Thank you, Corey. Loves you, dude. Thank you. That makes my throat all activated. Have a beautiful day. I want to say happy Friday because I think it's Friday, even if I know it's Thursday. I'm on Friday time. I know. Again, it's the Cure. Friday, I'm in love. Every day's Friday. It's their fault. Blame it on the Cure. And I say that in the most beautiful way. Because that song resonates with me. Especially right now. Because that song is like, you know, every day kind of like, and then when I get to Friday. So Friday's every day and that's it. Love you too. Have a beautiful day, Corey. Oh, man. 13:01. I've been on for 1:09. We'll see how much longer, not maybe much, and we do some walking.
Well, you're walking. I'm staring.
Yeah, I'll be walking. The weird thing about walking, if it's too warm, is I'm not used to walking with anything but my mucklucks. I've been wearing my mucklucks almost all the time since like August. No joke. So I'll put my moccasins on instead of my mucklucks, but my mucklucks are all furry and like so comfy.
I feel like it's been before August, maybe. I remember you were wearing it during the summer. Beginning summer.
Okay. I wore them every chance I could. As soon as my feet were cold, I had them on. Lucas Nelson, yeah. I forget what his specific... I don't mean to not remember, because full circle... Yeah, Lucas is Willie's son. I'm wearing a Willie Nice Day t-shirt. Nice. Nicholas says, which moon are you here? I don't know. I just pulled the vulture though. Nothing is wasted. Yeah. I forget when Lucas Nelson came into my awareness, but it's been a while. Like, I've been listening to his music for a while through my Spotify, and like I just through, because I have him on YouTube as well. Lucas Nelson, actually, during the time, like last year, when, you know, concerts and certain things, just everything got taken from like the music industry type of part of timelines. I don't know how to say it. Lucas was actually one of the live streams. He would do just random live streams or vids, often with his piano, and he just blew my mind. I don't watch a lot of exterior stuff, so when I do, I always share who they are, because they bring me, you know, comfort and comfort and joy. So I share. Lucas Nelson was a channel that just I find people just when they shared, right? Another one that is in like music industry type of setting, but I find that empowered me throughout the whole like year and almost whatever timeline since COVID part is Blue October. He focused on, you know, sharing and bringing people together. One of the best full circle of 2020 efforts that I was guided to was Blue October, where he made a vid and he really showed throughout 2020 how him, his family, and his band, and the people, band means people, exterior, producer, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that stuff. You guys know what I mean if you know. How they rewired everything to make the best of it. So they put out a full album. They put out a video. They did so much. And in a way that, wow, for a first time in his whole life, he didn't leave his whole family behind for a year. And they still manifested everything on a certain level. So what that will do for the ripple effect of the music industry in general, intergenerationally, and as the years go on, is a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, performers want to share, but they sacrifice their life. So how can us choices, because performers choose this. You don't have to leave your family behind. You don't have to do anything. So how this is affecting people to really understand what they want for themselves, what industry means, and all of that. So it's amazing, I find, anyways. And just I just think he's a cool person. It's a big deal to be born of family with a name, and then with certain things of whatever background it is. And I'm not going to be taboo and go there, of the royal family. There's so much judgment. There's so much like stories. There's so much projection. There's so much wanting destruction. But guess what? It doesn't really matter what we feel or perceive. Everybody gets a chance of something inside of their heart space. And so, you know, the ripple effect of being treated certain ways, you know, is the karma of everyone. It really is. And the full circle will, when the bigger picture shows itself more and more, you know, I think it'll help. But the vulture, nothing is wasted. I'm going to read that, and I'll probably be free flowing out of here unless something just brings us back into a flow. It is beautiful outside, and I'm definitely not going to sit here for 6 hours in a row. I'd rather do like little streams, bounce back in if I'm meant to. One of the things I have in my awareness is just how elevated the energies are, and just if you feel someone, please reach out. If you feel like, if you hear a song and it makes you think of someone, just send it to them. Why? Because everybody thinks that everybody else is doing just fine, and sometimes they're not. So if you all of a sudden think of somebody, and you know, there's the color, the song, the joke. If you have a joke or something come into your awareness that makes you laugh and you think of another person, send it. Sharing is caring, and you don't know what you're pulling out of the dark or out of into the light with the littlest actions right now. The littlest actions that you don't even realize is the exact thing that rewired and made somebody else come out and breathe. And I mean it, because I have people that do it for me in ways that, you know, I might never be able to verbalize, because it was so little, but it was the biggest thing for me. The biggest. 63, 369. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. What seems hideous has its own beauty. And the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture spirit's message is that nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees the value in everything that exists. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial. I'm gonna go there and say what I was just talking about. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial. And you are reminded that any suffering you have experienced has not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding that arose from the experience are talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. And what is decaying is only changing form, fertilized seeds you wish to plant, turning that which has passed away into substance that will support new growth. All that you might wish to deny or discard has value and can be repurposed and reintegrated into the new you are becoming, and the new life you're dreaming into being. No pain was in vain, and no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. This is the miracle in your partnership with Spirit. Boom. Anita, you come in as I reflipped. I pulled Mary earlier and I flipped her up just as you came in, sweetie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I forget exactly even what time it is here. I was just finishing up the crow. I was going to say, I said the crow. 1311, the crow. 14% battery. I'm going to read the protection message. Do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, says Vulture Spirit. You gained something valuable from the experience. So let your grief and your anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform. You will come to see what you will learn and you've grown. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from Spirit. So never disown what embarrassed, what disappointed, and what shamed you. Me means that. Never disown it. It will soon be a source of wisdom and strength as you work with the magic that allows miracles to be created out of sadness and beauty to arise from ugliness. Vulture Spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past, it has and is happening. Hang in there. You're so loved, and so much beauty is wanting to come out of this. Yeah. The eagle and the condor. The eagle and the condor. The eagle and the condor. Door. The OR is right what I named the stream for. Condor. Or. Thanks, Trace B. I knew he had a name. Lucas Nelson for the sessions. The quarantine sessions he had. Yeah. Boom. Yes. Two handsome guys. Yeah. Exactly where I couldn't remember what Blue October. I knew there was a couple of things. Two Handsome Guys. That's the thing he was using. Yeah. Yeah. Blue October, just the music always has helped sustain me and pull me through. I'm not like one of the biggest fans ever that knows every single song type of thing. You can floor me with a Blue October song all the time. You know what I mean? It's not like Springsteen, old Springsteen that I know front to back or anything, but yeah. And when the specific song, I think it's called Oh My My, right? The specific song that came out in 2020, that has so many syncs. The blue, but the Oh My My, the song itself, the syncs of the people who were in my timelines during that time. Shout out JW. JW to Blue, always. Okay, I'm going to pull forth through one crystal, and then that's it. Everything's saying I'm done. I don't know why the crystal, if it's going to be for the color, the number, the obvious, whatever, but I'm going to be done. It's clouding over. It's clouding over, so we're going to go push the clouds away again. You know.
It's been cloudy for a while.
I know, honey. I'm just trying to ignore it, and then I turn around and it's going to be blue, right?
I'm just saying because you said it was clouding up, and I was like, it's always been like that. Sorry.
Amethyst 4. 4 is the door. I just pulled amethyst not long ago too, I can't remember when, but I'm gonna read that really quick to get out the words or whatever needs to come out. I'm gonna be done. Amethyst, familiarity, unconscious habits, old patterns in need of releasing. I think that's pretty self-evident, eh? I'm gonna leave it at that. You know your stuff. You don't need me to read it out loud. Wish you guys a beautiful day. I do have it in my, we'll see if I'm meant to come back today, I will. Thanks for being here.